ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagka...
Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. As we come back to you live from the Caloocan Sports Complex, we now present to you two the premier shooting guards of the league. Alvin Alday is number 4 in the league in scoring, averaging 17 for Rizal. He will take on Jeremy Cabanag, who in his last 2 home games for Caloocan scored 25 versus Val City and 20 versus Davao Occidental. His 2 best scoring performances in the 6th season of the MPBL. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Mika Abesamis. Now, Coach Mike, between those two, Alvin Alday and Jeremy Cabanag, who has impressed you more in our campaign?
I love when you put me on the spot.
Of course. Come on.
But really, I feel both are very identical players with more minutes, I guess, on the side of Alvin Alday. I talked to Jeremy, I told him, you're going to be match up with Alvin. What do you think? Sabi niya, mas matagal na siya sa akin kaya I'll just do my best. So my decision would be, I'm Alvin Alday because of experience.
Those two have so much respect for each other that they even told me that we have some underrated aspects in terms of our storylines for them, and it's their defense. Great respect from Alvin Alday and Jeremy Cabanag for each other. But now, let's go to our courtside reporter, Mika Abesamis, for her latest update.
All right, as the fans are extremely excited for this game, so are the coaches para dito kay Coach Ralph Rivera. He respects the system of Coach Alex Angeles. He reminded the boys that these guys can do 18 points out of offensive rebounds, and boxing out is really a major thing for them here. Para naman dito kay Coach Alex Angeles, he's very excited to go against his old players who are Alvin Alday, Craniel Veloria, and Rocky Asidre. Sabi niya, grabe yung gamit nila sa minutes na binibigay sa kanila ni Coach Ralph Rivera dito sa Rizal. Pero sana, wag naman nila masyadong galingan. Migs and Coach Mike.
There you have it. Respect as well from the former coach of Bacolod City. Diyan, nagsama-sama sina Joely Yu, sina Alvin Alday, sina Jeremy Cabanag. So let's see if that would pay off later on in terms of the storylines of the game, kung paano mag-i-interact to one another ang ating mga manlalaro. Craniel Veloria also was a part of that season for Bacolod City squad. Now let's talk about the previous game of the Rizal Golden Coolers. It was an escape versus Iloilo.
Hard-fought victory over Iloilo. 8 ties, 14 lead changes, no team leading by more than 11 points, but the Golden Coolers just did enough to try and finish off that game. Asidre had 12, Serrano and Craniel had 10 apiece. A lot of attempts, but low field goal percentage, only 28%. Defense and converted to points of turnovers was the advantage. 15 turnovers forced and 20 points taken out of it by itong Rizal.
Jeric Serrano, played a big-time game with season highs for himself, 10 points and 8 rebounds versus Iloilo. Let's see if he can contribute once again to the cause for Alvin Alday and company. But now let's talk about the previous outing of Caloocan Batang Kankalo. It was a win in Binyan versus the Pasay Voyagers.
Yeah, and then they made a statement in the last win against the 6th-ranked North Division. They started off real strong after the first quarter, extending their advantage at the half. Then eventually 60-45 after 3 quarters, eventually leading up to the win. Jeremy had 15. Espinas and Sanga had 14 apiece. More three-pointer made, a +4 in that aspect, and 37% field goal shooting, as well as rebounds and second chance points. Continues to be a Caloocan trademark, as they were a +8 and a +7 in those departments.
Big time performance by Marian Magat with season highs as well of 13 points and 8 rebounds. Paul Sanga, after being selected as an all-star, had his best scoring performance this season with 14 versus the Voyagers. They will be once again coupled with Jennifer Cabanag and Gabby Espinas in this game, who also played very well in their previous outing. Let's see if they can get their 6th win at home in our 6th campaign. Let's turn you over to Miguel Pereira.
Catching another exciting ball game here at the Caloocan Sports Complex. Tonight's main game features Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers versus your Caloocan Batang Kankalo. This is the 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented by Extreme. Time to meet our starters. First, for Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Starting at forward number 15, Ralph Salcedo. Center number 37, John Apacible. One guard number 14, Coco Pingoy. The other forward number 1, Cranial Villoria. And the 2 guard number 17, Alvin Alday. The head coach for the Golden Coolers is Ralph Emerson Rivera. Assistant coaches Don Villamin, Christian Coronel, Mario Gutera, and Francis Cruz. Team manager is Kyle Cruz. Team owners are Joel Conde and Zandre Cruz. And now Caloocan City, get on your feet, cause it's time to meet the starting unit of your Caloocan Batang Kankalo. Starting at center, number 22, Marion Magat. 2 guard number 20, Joel Lee Yu. 1 guard number 4, your very own Irvin Palencia. Power forward number 5, Ronnie Matias. And the other forward number 7, Janamer Cabanag. The head coach for your Caloocan Batang Kankalo is Alex Angeles. Assistant coaches RB Mangahas, Toto Dohilio, Peter Santamaria, and Jigs Guadamor. Team manager is Mac Robert Dichandu.
Presenting our starting fives, brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. It's Coco Pingoy with Alwin Alday, John Apacible, Ralph Salcedo, and Cranial Villoria for Rizal. And then we have Irvin Palencia, Joel Liu, Marion Magat, Ronnie Matias, and Jeremy Cabanag for Caloocan Batang Kankalo. Caloocan has a home record of 5-5 this season. And actually 4-8 against teams with winning records. While Rizal is 3-9 against teams with winning records. Halos pantay nga eh. Yung mga scenarios, even the overall team standings for Rizal and Caloocan. That's why they're number 7 and 8 respectively in the North Division playoff picture. So they could be battling for seeding in tonight's outing.
Very fitting na itong dalawang ito ang nagbabattle ngayon sa final na 8 slot. And, you know, quite interesting din itong matchup nitong dalawang to. That was an early whistle.
Yeah, we're going to fix the time here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. It is an official's timeout. We've had a very interesting day so far. A triple-double for JV Marcelino in that 40-point win of Zamboanga versus Bulacan. And then, Bataan got their biggest win in their campaign, outlasting the Quezon Huskers by 3 points in the career day of Mitchell Minus.
Yeah.
So let's see if anybody could give us another wonderful individual performance. Maybe even in the team aspect for Caloocan and Rizal.
That's been the best version of Mitchell Minus we've seen, no? Season long.
And JV Marcelino
JV
as well.
Marcelino, right.
Whew. Back to our action, Irvin Palencia. Working with Ronnie Matias. Palencia. Bounce pass to Joel Liu against his former teammate and Craniel Viloria. Liu staying aggressive. 5 on the shot clock. Good defense by Rizal.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Liu had to fire. Short. Rebound to Coco Pingoy. Here's Alwin. Salcedo faking the feed. It's Alday. Cross court. Viloria. Catch and fire. No good.
A very fast start so far para dito sa sa dalawang teams na to. Gigil na gigil makaunang puntos dito sa larong ito.
How I would describe it is they're looking sharp
Yes.
in tonight's outing. Very focused naman. Intact ang game plan, which is expected after all from Rizal and Caloocan.
Tsaka very well coached tong dalawang teams na to. I mean, Coach Ralph and Coach Alex, you know, very young and capable coaches in the MPBL.
Marion Magat, he had such a nice game in the previous outing, unable to score. And here's Coco Pingoy. A minute gone by. Pingoy being pressured by Palencia. A lot of physicality between the 2 point guards. Alday defended by Joel Liu. Alwin, bounce pass to the wrong guy. And we're back with the home squad. Palencia onto his trailer. Ronnie Matias for 3. No good.
So far, jittery start para sa dalawang teams na to. Siguro dahil magkakakilala karamihan sa kanila, no?
That's a good
Could
point.
be a factor too.
They know each other's tendencies.
Yes.
Here's Craniel Viloria against Jeremy Cabanag. Those two are from Bacolod, by the way. They're childhood friends. Alvin Alday able to score.
And Alvin ends up with a smile, looks at the bench of Caloocan. Talaga magkakakilala nga sila.
I think he looked at Coach RB Mangahas.
Yeah. Siguro nakikipagkwentuhan habang dumidiskarte doon si Alvin.
Joel Liu, tough feed. Palencia, almost a steal. Irvin. They go to Cabanag. 3 on the shot clock. Nice feed. And Magat will score.
You love that movement too. And when you said earlier na focus, that's one good way to show how focused Caloocan is in this game.
2-all. Viloria onto a posible. Hand off to Alwin. Alday leaning in. That's a shot. Sometimes it looks awkward.
Oo.
But I did ask him about it. Yung mga awkward looking shots niya, yung follow through niya na mukhang hindi maganda. Hindi naman daw niya nararamdaman eh. And so, to us, if it might be weird, at least to him, it's completely normal as Jeremy Cabanag answered back with 2 points.
Hindi mo naman masabing super unorthodox, no? Parang may konting iba lang sa angulo sa release, no? Pero the important thing if you're the shooter is komportable ka making those attempts.
Salcedo got his own board. And this is a fast break opportunity. Joel Liu all alone.
And that's one guy, if you get him going in a game, primarily a defender. But if you get him going offensively, that's going to be a huge bonus for your team.
As much as Coach Alex Angeles has told us about the offensive progress of Joel Liu, Alwin Alday told me the same thing. That's the biggest difference between Season 4, Joel Liu, and Season 6, Mr. Liu. As this fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Play Max, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Back with Irvin Palencia. 3.5 minutes gone by. Ronnie Matias found himself wide open. Too strong. Rebound to Cabanag. Back to Ronnie. It's Irvin. Bumping through. He's called for a charge.
Oh, insofar as offensive schemes right now, this is very unlikely of how Caloocan normally plays. Caloocan is really more of a big team, you know, a lot of rebounds, second chance points, no, offensive rebounds. They get a lot out of that. And so far, yung mga tira sa halos sa labas ng gagaling yan early in the game.
Bam Bam Gamalinda is now in the game, having replaced Ralph Salcedo, which now makes me wonder as Gamalinda scores, is there something wrong with Marco Balagtas?
That remains to be figured out. And Marco is one of the bigs na talagang inaabangan rin para dito sa Rizal. Gamalinda with a good off-foot finish there.
And I had to bring that up because not only is Marco Balagtas the 7th most used player in the MPBL, averaging 29 minutes per game. We always talk about the usual starting 5 for Rizal and how they score 2/3 of the total output of the Golden Coolers.
Right.
Kung may mag-iiba man dyan, it's Rocky Asidre and Coco Pingoy.
That's right.
Pero yung Marco Balagtas, staple na yan at power forward.
At saka malaki rin ang magiging, I guess, contribution if maganda magiging performance ng both ni Asidre, even si Gamalinda, isama mo na dun si Coco Pingoy. And those guys scoring outside of the usual Alwin Alday would be a huge help. Kasi Diana Pasible, andyan na yan stable na rin yan to be part of the production para kay Coach Ralph.
Charles De La Cruz is now in the game. De La Cruz is giving us a bit of a fashion statement. He's wearing a black sock on his right foot and a white sock on his left foot.
Who's that?
Charles De La Cruz.
Si Charles. Yeah, o nga, no? Did you do that when you were playing?
Never thought of it, Coach Mike.
Mismatch shoes meron no? Pero socks parang wala pa
First time.
First time. Yeah.
We'll try to ask him about that later on. Apasible.
We're gonna pull up.
As he did, just misfired. It is 8-7. Almost halfway done in the first quarter. Jeremy Cabanag. On to Joel Liu for 3. No good. Rebound De La Cruz. They go to Bam Bam. Immediately shooting.
Yeah.
In and out though. And we're back with Joel Liu.
Inside.
Marian Magat against Bam Bam Gamalinda. Hand off to Cabanag. History is way off. Offensive rebound. 10 on the shot clock for Palencia. Another look.
Nice
Cabanag stepping back. Off the glass and in.
Well, that sequence really just shows you kaibahan ng point of attack para dito sa Rizal and Caloocan. Caloocan would want to go inside, see if they got a post up or what have you. But itong Rizal really more of perimeter jumpers. As we saw that attempt earlier by Gamalinda and Pasible from the outside.
Off of that quick answer by the Golden Coolers, we're back with Cabanag. Jeremer trying to dance with Alwin Alday. Almost a turnover. Recovery with 5 on the shot clock. Palencia inside. Marion Magat found himself open.
There was a gamble to try and steal that pass away. And eventually it ended up with the hands of Magat.
This is Alwin from the corner. No good. Ball tap. And here comes Joel Liu. Against De La Cruz. Liu escapes.
Oh, yeah. Well, Joel's been very active offensively. Katulad nga sinabi natin, madalas sa depensa ginagamit yan si Joel Liu. But right now, nakakailang attempts na rin itong si Joel.
He has 6 points already. Ronnie Matias ahead of the pack. Ronnie in the paint. Matias feeds. Cabanag misses. Ronnie put back.
And right now, this is a pace favoring Caloocan. Right now, they're controlling the boards and dictating the pace. And a lot of it is because of the activities of everyone in orange right now. You see Matias right there trying to get it inside, but eventually finds Jeromer, but gets the offensive board and a putback.
7 points. Check that. The first 2 points in this game for Ronnie Matias. And the lead is up to 8 now for Caloocan Batang Kalu with 3 minutes and 5 to go in the opening frame. We have our player matchup for tonight. It's John Apacible versus Gabby Espinas.
Yeah. And ito, ang dalawang ito, magkaiba nga ng, ng style ng play. John is more of the new age bigs, as you told earlier, no? A lot of play outside. Talang ito naman si Gabby Espinas, really more of a conventional big. You try and post up and create from there.
He could just be the most conventional big that we have in the MPBL. As Serrano misfires, we have this report from Mika Besamis.
John Apacible talked about what he likes about the game of the veteran and Gabby Espinas. He's consistent with his hunger to win each time. Yung galaw daw rin niya sa ilalim, lalo na yung up and under. At higit sa lahat, yung tagal ng career niya as a basketball player, making sure na kaya pa niya makipagsabayan sa mga bata. Para naman kay Gabby Espinas, sabi niya, very aggressive itong batang to. Talking about the ability of John to be the trusted big man of Rizal, as they are not a lot. Nagagampanan daw niya ang role niya. Mix, Coach Mike.
The responsibility for John Apacible is actually a lot this season. Yan, yung mga ganyang klaseng bagay. And because Rizal relies a lot on its starters, one can imagine that this is probably the guy who has had the most massages this year.
Oh, agree.
Si John Apacible.
Tama ka dyan. Kasi yung mga top tier teams, a lot of them very conventional bigs, no? You have, Greg Slaughter, Jamo Egelus, no? Bihira yung magkaroon ka ng mga katulad nila John Apacible. Maybe the case of Quezon was Simon Sandago and what have you. And so para mamasahe ka sa loob, pag ganun bugbuga, talagang mararamdaman mo.
That's an 8-second violation called. And Rizal will get possession again. They're down by 8 points with 2 minutes and change in the first. There you see Coach Alex Angeles, who reached the finals last year with Bacoor. He reached the second round in Season 4 with Bacolod City. Bam Bam Gamalinda, nice pull-up, no good. Offensive rebound to Charles De La Cruz. He now attacks 1-2 and the feed. A steal for Caloocan.
Ganda ng pagkaka-anticipate dun sa pasa na yun. Now it's a turnover. Tingnan natin.
On the other end, it's Romel Calahat scoring for 2.
So far, very aggressive in attacking the cup itong Caloocan. Oh.
Speaking of aggressiveness, Bam Bam Gamalinda knows that he has to contribute a lot in this game because, and we got this from Mika Besamis, Marco Balagtas has a left knee injury. He's not at 100% for tonight. Thank you, Mika, for that.
And so the big rotation would be, I guess, John, Bam Bam, and Chad, no? Those three.
And again, I mentioned this when we were in Quezon Province. Chad Alonzo, to him, if he's not playing, it's a good sign. Because the other bigs are playing well. But when he's playing, alam mo na, parang emergency button na yan for Coach Ralph Rivera.
Kailangan bunutin siya para magamit in the game.
21-14. A minute and 12. Romel Calahat. 6 on the shot clock. Up top, Hachi Inigo. Couple of dribbles. The pull-up and the miss. There's the putback by Calahat.
So far si Calahat, very active in those paint actions. Dalawang beses na nakita natin sa loob na na-involve siya.
Gamalinda on the other end trying to operate. De La Cruz, nice fake. Charles pulls up, high looper, short. Rebound to Rocky. We have 40 seconds remaining before the end of one. Screen by Alonzo. It's a steal for Achi Inigo. Achi onto his trailer. Espinas, counter steal. Another steal. Achi controls it. And here's Joko. Baseline drive and feed. Another steal at that. 15 seconds. De La Cruz, cross court. Rocky at the corner. That's a 3.
That's one good way to finish off transition. If you have a shot from the outside, kaya mo naman yung range na yun, then why not? Rocky's very capable.
Last shot from half court. It did not go in for Achi Inigo, but Caloocan has the advantage here at home, 23-17.
And so far, it's been really good percentage shooting para dito sa Caloocan. 55% versus that of only 35 for Rizal. Clearly, a little bit of a struggle para dito sa team ni Alvin Alday and the rest of the Rizal team.
Are you actually feeling the absence of Marco Balagtas?
Yes, we definitely do feel that. You know, those slips on those two-man games and those perimeter jumpers that could help open up the lane for the guys to try and attack the cup.
Well, Bambam Gamalinda has scored 6 off the bench. Let's see if more production can come from him and the other players of the Golden Coolers. This first quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
Back inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. This is Mix Gomez alongside Coach Mike Perez and Nika Abisamis for Caloocan versus Rizal. Our first quarter field goal shooting.
Yeah, so much different. Always, like what I said, it's in favor of Caloocan, 52% versus that of 38%, 7 of 18 lang para sa Rizal. Very uncharacteristic. That's normally a quarter na mararamdaman mo si Alvin Alday na nag-lead ng scoring. And John Apasible being a complementary guy. But right now, both are actually not very consistent. And so far, it's Gamalinda that's leading the way.
Bambam already has 8 points. He scored with a jumper to open up the second frame, but there was an answer from Romel Calahat. Gamalinda from downtown.
Ngayon, magpapatuloy na bumabasket yung mga tira sa labas ni Bambam. Mapupuwersa si Gab na mag-close out long.
It's been a while since we've seen Bambam contribute a lot of points. But his first game with Rizal, he reached 20. At importante talaga yan as his three-pointer is brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances because with the loss of Marco Balagtas, they're gonna need to fill in those gaps.
Yeah, kasi hindi lang si Alvin ang kailangan sumut sa labas. Kailangan may iba rin.
If you missed it, Nika told us the information about the injury of Marco Balagtas. Rev Tupas also mentioned to us that it is an MCL injury to Marco. So get well soon to Mr. Balagtas as Tayong Tong was able to score. Serrano onto Rocky Asidre. Bounce pass onto Chad Alonzo. Against Gabby Espinas. A classic matchup. Rocky Asidre short. And there's a push by De La Cruz.
And Chad Alonso down on the post. You primarily would think na papasa talaga to find an open man, not really to go out and score.
This fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Play Max, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Joko Tayong Tong able to score his first 2 points with that layup. It is 27-22. Achi Nigo against the zone. Cervantes going to Calahat. Back up to Achi. 6 on the shot clock. Tayong Tong, 3 seconds. Nice fake. There's the leader. No bounce, no for Joko.
Sa napakaraming beses na nakita na ng Caloocan itong zone defense against their big, hindi na sila nararattle eh. Even with the clock winding down, Joko still able to make an attempt. A decent attempt at that.
Oh, these are veterans after all.
Yes.
The 4 of Caloocan alongside one youngster in Romel Calahat. Off of the miss, it's an offensive rebound. And here we have the youngster himself. Calahat, almost a turnover. 7 on the shot clock. Cervantes being hounded. Espinas barged his way through. And it's a defensive foul by Bambam Gamalinda.
Oh, magkakilala naman sila.
Diretso apir.
Diretso apir.
Diretso lambingan.
How about that pass though by Real Cervantes inside to Gap?
Yeah, Bam Bam anticipated it. At ayan, may pampawi ng konti si Bam Bam Gamalinda. Nice replay, direct.
Yeah. Alam na niya kung saan pupunta eh, no?
Yeah. Good shot by our cameraman as well. Baseline for Hawkeye at Inigo. Lobbing it up to Real Cervantes. Carving through, no basket. Rebound, Jeric Serrano.
Oh, that was a tough cover for Jeric. Hindi ganun kadaling bantayan niya si Real underneath. Medyo may heft din eh.
Here's Chad Alonzo. Hand off to Alwin against Paul Sanga. Alday. It's Bam Bam for three. Straight away. You saw it.
Yeah, looks good. And importante yan kasi so far ina-ice nila yung two-man game. They're not paying attention to the big that's either gonna roll or pick on pop. But if babasket yung mga tira ni Bam Bam, mapipilitan silang bantayan yun.
Bam Bam Gamalinda already has 14 points in this game. He has hit 2 of the 3 threes of the Golden Coolers.
71% from the field.
5 out of 7 to be exact. And I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like he's moving better.
Yeah.
In this game. Ito si Bam Bam Gamalinda.
I agree.
Parang mas mabilis yung galaw niya.
Oh, iba yung kumpiyansa. Siguro naintindihan rin niya na wala si Marco, kailangan kong mag-extra effort dito lalo na on perimeter jumpers. Yung kanina lang medyo weird yun. Alwin Alday drives, gives it up to Cranial. Cranial passes it off to Bam Bam. Normally baliktad yun di ba?
We've seen 17 bench points already from Rizal. 14 obviously coming from Bam Bam. And I had to bring that up because Rizal is dead last in the league in bench scoring.
Yes.
Only averaging 26 per outing. Viloria giving it up to Alonzo. Now it's Coco Pingoy. 4 minutes gone by in the second. Coco fires. Short.
Couldn't get anything out of that. And so far, offensively, medyo it's not the usual result talaga that we're seeing here on the floor.
No basket there for Dennis Villamor. It's good to see him playing though. He's an OG player for Batangas City as Alwin Alday makes a three. And he looked onto someone from the Caloocan VIP section.
Oh, the game is on with Alwin Alday.
This is actually quite normal for him to be interacting with people from the sideline. Alvin Alday, the league's 4th best scorer, but in the words of Jemmer Cabanag, hindi na siya nagugulat. Dahil season 4 pa lang, nakita niya na rin naman ang prowess ng kanyang senior dati sa Bacolod City. Halfway done in the second, 28-27, Rizal now has the advantage. Reminding everybody about our All-Star Day this coming September 7 inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum in Zamboanga City. We have our executive game, 3-point shootout, slam dunk contest, and All-Star game, which will feature this guy, Paul Sanga, on his second All-Star appearance. He was unable to score in that previous sequence.
Is he taking part in the 3-point shootout, Paul Sanga?
Alam ko hindi, pero pwede nating ma-double check yan. Cranial Viloria and Jeremer Cabanag are actually in that shootout.
Okay.
Paul Sanga won't be a part of it. Hachi's brother Axel is a part of it. Although I hope that Axel Inigo is now okay because he had that throat infection last week.
Yeah.
Hindi natin napanood ang dalawang magkapatid. Go at it.
Right.
Cranial Viloria against Jeremer Cabanag. Two childhood friends. It's a turnover. A steal for Gabby Espinas. It's Paul Sanga going to the left. Cabanag back at it against Cranial. Jennifer attacking. 1-2. No foul. And the ball went back to Cabana and got a bounce.
Yeah, that's what Jeremy was asking. Medyo may pull down ng konti dun sa atake niya. So I was saying, should that have been a foul? See right here. Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And there you see the reaction of Jennifer Cabanag. Obviously very unhappy about it. 28-27, back with the Golden Coolers. Rocky Isidre giving it up to Hiloria. Bam Bam to Alwin. Back to Craniel against Joey Liu. Up top, Alday against Cabanag. A three-pointer, high looper, no good.
Yung execution ng Rizal medyo mabagal ngayon, no? Compared to, again, when Marco is there, oh, what a goal.
Yan, mabilis yun.
Oh, mabilis na.
Joey Liu just went to the other side of the court and he immediately scored. He now has 8 points. The escape for Craniel. Sorry, missed though. And here's Joey Liu. They have numbers. Liu off of his cross. He has Paul Sanga. A three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound. These Caloocan fans are just preparing for a three-pointer. And they will explode. That's a walk though by Villamor.
Nag-aantay ng 3-point make para mag-explode.
Actually, wala pa tayong moment kung saan nag-ingay yung crowd.
Right. Not yet. Well, they're 1 out of 8 from 3. And so,
yeah.
Siguro nag-aantay ng isa pa.
Turnover story, 6-5 in this game. This is Rocky Isidre. On to Viloria. Nice denial by Cabanag. Gamalinda going right. Bam bam. No good, but again, it looked beautiful.
Yep.
Manlangit. Man down for Rizal. The foul was called on Craniel Viloria. And mind you, this is a guy who's had to deal with back problems.
Yeah, and he's grimacing.
You can't afford to lose it.
Right. Well, not with Marco out.
Exactly.
Huh? Right.
Oh, it was a hard fall.
That was right.
Let's hope that Craniel will be okay. He is a fighter after all. And he has blossomed this season.
Right.
Craniel Viloria averages 11 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2.5 steals. He's number 4 in the league in defensive rebounding at 6.2 per game. Number 5 in dimes with his 6 per outing, and number 1 in steals. Let's go back to Mika.
Migs, you talked about blossoming. Coach Alex Angeles is very proud of how the careers of Isidre, Viloria, and Alday have been with this Rizal team this season. Playing for him in Bacolod with minutes and with not so much minutes during their Bacoor days, having Kwekotay and Normal around. But as much as he makes them proud, today they are legit opponents. He might have to stay home on Alwin, while definitely be on defensive alert on Craniel and Rocky. Coach Alex gives credit to the system of Coach Ralph na namamaster na daw talaga ng Golden Coolers. He likes how the boys have been following coach's orders. The Batang Kangkalu need to take advantage of their bigs in this game eventually, he said. Migs, Coach Mike.
Following coach's orders has been a theme for these two teams this season. They're well-oiled. Gotta give credit to Coach Ralph Rivera and Coach Alex Angeles. At maganda na nakikita nga talaga natin yung progress ng players. Rocky Isidre was a bench player last year for Bacoor alongside Craniel and Alwin. In Season 4, we did see the likes of Cabanag, Alday, Viloria, and Liu, but their production wasn't as good as this.
That's right.
And it was totally the marquee show back in Season 4.
And to be coming out, understanding Normal, Kwekotay, those were usual big guy numbers when in their teammates before, And so for them to be coming out now and performing at this level, talagang matutuwa ka. Either your coach Alex or Coach Ralph.
Alday, no foul there. Rebound to Sanga. And Cabanag will bring it down. What say you about the pace of this game?
I think this is a very slow-paced game. I think this favors more of Caloocan.
Yes.
Yeah, because they love to set up their bigs and their shooters moving on the outside, just like this one right here.
And Caloocan, as Cabanag makes a three-pointer, Batang Kankalo is actually third to the last in the league in scoring. At 72 points scored per outing.
And they very rarely go to the free throw, you know.
Alvin Alday, 1-2, short. So really you just staying at home with him. Yan ang na-mention ni Mika na strategy against Alvin.
Hindi mo siya bibigyan ng space. As we see here, you do not go under the screen, and Alvin Alday knew he was in trouble with Jeremy rising up for that three.
Good job as well by June Bonsubre to free up his shooting guard.
That's right.
Jeremy Cabanag, 8-3-3 are his numbers. He shoots again. Back-to-back threes for Jeremy Cabanag.
A two-headed monster. Middle ball screen for Jeramer, and Paul Sanga could rise from the corner. Either way, you're going to get really good three-point shooters on that action.
Cabanag really is a different beast at home. His two best scoring performances happened here in Caloocan. Although lately, he's been very consistent. He has scored at least 9 points in the last 8 games of Batang Kankalo.
At saka ang kinaiba doon sa coverage na yun, kanina remember Alvin went under, ito naman sinubukan niyang i-chase, pero you know, biglang umangat at tumira itong si Jeramer.
Nice putback by Ralph Salcedo. Another utility guy who could do it all for the Golden Coolers. At the middle, that's a nice block by Salcedo. And it was a charge called on JJ Manlangit.
Yeah, that was a nice block. Meeting him at the apex of the jump.
So that's back-to-back good plays for the former Bacolod City player, who was highly sought after by Rizal, by the way. Mabot sa point na nung last day na ng window natin, tinatawagan na siya. Tinetext ng
yeah, siya yun.
Napakaraming Rizal players so that they could recruit him. And here he is now.
I remember that story.
Unfortunately, Salcedo is called for a charge. But will they challenge this? It seems like Coach Ralph will let it go.
And so far, the key difference has been field goal makes. The free throws have almost been the same. And so just a matter of better conversions, I guess, for Rizal to be making this a little bit closer.
Bam Bam already has 14 points, better than 50% shooting from the field, from three-point area, and from the free throw line tonight. Way to step up for these Golden Coolers.
Tsaka way above his average yan. He's normally about 44% from the perimeter and 23% from three. So you're getting a really good version of Bam Bam Gamalinda in this game.
Under 40 seconds before halftime. JJ Manlangit. Up top to Paul Sanga. 10 on the shot clock. Paul Sanga from way out. In and out. Rebound to Salcedo. Apasidle. Dribbling it down. And here's De La Cruz with a leather. Charles with his black and white socks. Using the screen of John Apasidle. 6 on the shot clock. De La Cruz feeds. Nice pass on to Bam Bam. Offensive rebound, De La Cruz, yes. And that could be the last play, as that wouldn't have counted as well for Paul Sanga. At halftime, it is a one-possession game.
Putting your hands in De La Cruz for that last shot of the quarter shows a lot of confidence by Coach Ralph on De La Cruz. He made that right play on that skip pass to that elbow jumper by Bam Gamalinda, but recovering and making a basket as well. Pero Jerome Mer was pretty solid here.
11 points, 3 3-pointers. That's good to see his consistency from downtown because he actually made 5 threes versus the Pasay Voyagers. That was his season high in terms of 3-pointers made in a game. After 20 minutes, it is 36-33 in favor of the home squad. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX, GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. The stars have aligned, and now we are dead set for our MPBL All-Star Game.
Are you ready for more? Pacquiao finally knocks down the South All-Star Executive.
The man you have all been waiting for. How many times have we seen that and it still doesn't get tiring to watch?
A love to himself. For the tie! Oh no! No! That is it!
3-point shootout champion, Orlan Wamar!
The crown will belong to the guy from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Our champion is CJ Ganya! Boy Yaktub from downtown and leaner, yes sir. The run, Serrano on the move, Serrano all the way.
Oh my goodness, there we go. That's our first dunk of the game.
MPBL All-Star Game winner, the North All-Stars!
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
There you have it. We're looking forward to seeing you guys in Zamboanga City this coming September 7 for our All-Star Day. But now we focus on Rizal versus Caloocan. It's a 1 possession outing here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex.
Well, like what we said kanina, parang hindi ito yung usual start para sa Rizal that we're seeing. You're observing that in the field goal percentages, 42% versus that of only 37 for Rizal. That's pretty decent, but you know, you could be better in terms of shooting rebounds. Just like the stats would show, mas talaga favorable yan para sa Caloocan. More than multiple players getting almost 3 rebounds at least when that second chance points has really led up to that. And yung inside points, again, no surprises right there because every big stats always favors Caloocan.
Bam Bam Gamalinda has stepped up in lieu of the injured Marco Balagtas. He has 14 points off the bench. Alvin Alday has 8. Jana Pasible has 4. Asidre has 3. Craniel Viloria is missing from the picture. And I say that because Craniel actually has been consistent lately in terms of scoring for Rizal. Let's see if he can come alive later on. Jeremy Cabanag on the other end is staying consistent for Caloocan with 11. Joel Liu is right behind him with 8. And then Kalahat and Magat combined for 10 points.
Even yung mix ng mga scorers, leading scorers na yun for Caloocan, very unlikely. You know? You don't see a Real Cervantes, you don't see a Gabi Espinas. It's Joel Liu that's second to Jeremer.
Well, we've been talking about his improvement offensively throughout the years. As echoed to us by Coach Alex Angeles and even Alvin Alday's former teammate. We begin the third quarter between Caloocan and Rizal. We're seeing a zone for the Golden Coolers to begin things.
Yes.
And Viloria is not starting for them as Jennifer Cabana connects from downtown.
And he takes advantage of that zone. You know, first touch, get that shot.
Now, Craniel did fall hard on his back in the first half. So let's hope that he will be okay.
Yeah. They know they don't need more men down, actually.
Posible. No good. Rebound Palencia. Irvin pushing. Staying patient. Pass inside. Magat. No basket. Recovery for Matias. Valencia matched up against Bam Bam Gamalinda. 7 on the shot clock. Onto the corner. Ronnie for 3. Off to the left. Ball tap. And here come the Golden Coolers. Salcedo almost lost it. Pingoy calling out the play. This is the matchup that they wanted. Bam Bam against Cabanag. Back to Poco. Pingoy for 3. Off to the right. And here's Irvin Palencia. Foul given up by Gamalinda.
Yeah, and if Rizal is not going to be very efficient from the field, advantage I feel para dito sa Caloocan because it helps them go down the floor and set up their half-court sets. Nagiging mas madali para sa kanila eh. Hindi ganun kahirap para rebound sa Caloocan eh, in my opinion, because of the bigs that they have on the floor.
That's why they still have a +8 in terms of that category. This is Jeremy Cabanag off of the switch. He will fire. Short. Rebound to Joel Liu.
Even the long rebounds are falling to Caloocan, no?
Back to Cabanag. Couple of dribbles. The pull-up. Short. No putback for Ronnie Matias. Still at it. Now blocked by Bam Bam. Recovery for Magat.
They just keep getting more opportunities to score because of the offensive rebounds. I mean, how many times? 4 times in that last possession.
Coco Pingoy pulls up. In and out. Rebound up Pasible. There's a foul called. It's 2+1 for John Pasible.
And definitely, you know, execution-wise, mas maganda ang itatakbo ng Rizal, hopefully, because ito mga dampot-dampot tong mga puntos na to para sa kanila eh. It's not within the flow of their usual offense. You normally would see them in pick and rolls, you know, isolations up top, making the guards create. And hopefully things flow better for Rizal.
Let's see if Jeric Serrano can help their cause. He just checked in for Ralph Salcedo. Serrano was their best player in their previous game that happened in Bataan.
They will need all the help that they can get, especially with Marco down.
Magat onto Liu, back up to Palencia. It's a 5-point advantage for Caloocan. Joel Liu, screen by Magat. Liu is bumped.
Tsaka nakita mo yung switch, no? Magat, Alvin Alday on Magat. Mismatch altogether. Hindi lang nakita ni Joel Lee yun. But, you know, if a post-up was happening on that side of the floor, definitely advantage Marion. Oh.
Joel Liu crashed onto Coco Pingoy. Well, those two are very familiar with each other.
Oh. Pero matibay rin to si Joel, eh. No?
So it's another inbound from the sideline. Liu will give it up onto Palencia. Defended by Pingoy. Joel, screened by Matias. 7 on the shot clock. Up top, Palencia, 4 seconds. Irvin drives. Palencia hung in the air, no basket. But there's the putback by Ronnie Matias.
And again, so long as that shot is going to be very close to the rim and always with the high probability advantage Caloocan.
That was rebound number 33 for Batangkan Kalu against the 21 of Rizal.
Yeah, that plus 12 is pretty huge advantage para dito sa Caloocan.
Matias has 7 of those boards, and he has 4 points off of the steal. Here's Jennifer. The biggest lead was 10. Kapanag, no good. Another rebound. Marion Magat, still no conversion, and we're back with the Golden Coolers. Alday bounces. Posible. Gamalinda. Yes.
That's the best time for them to score, to actually get the defensive board and push it the other way habang pababa pa lang yung mga bigs nitong Caloocan. Because otherwise, if you're gonna attack na nandun yung mga bigs, medyo mahirap.
16 points now in this game for Bam Bam Gamalinda. His first 2 in the second half. And with a man down, that's Coco Pingoy. There's a charge called on Caloocan.
Mario Magat getting into a little bit of incursion with that screen involving si Coco.
You gotta love the fight off of Coco Pingoy as well. This guy has come a long way in this season in terms of looking better in shape. And we've seen a couple of good scoring moments, dishing moments as well from him, as Bam Bam Gamalinda is having himself a nice ball game.
Kita na niya kagad, mismatch to. Joel Liu nasa akin, you know, height advantage, and he's got good perimeter range too.
Nice feed. Palencia finding Magat inside.
Ito naman, nagkabaliktad si Magat naman ng inside advantage. But if you're Rizal, you can't afford to just be trading baskets. You gotta get a stop and produce the other way.
Valencia has 3 dimes. Magat has 8 points. Gamalinda misfires. Nice battle for the ball. Posible went out of bounds.
I mean, how many times do you see in set plays na si Gamalinda coming off a stagger and rising for the shot top of the key? Very rare. He's just very comfortable now.
This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. A nice comfortable bucket for Mario Magat off of that beautiful feed by Irvin Palencia.
Ganda rin ang pagkaka-cage ni Irvin Palencia dun, eh.
Back with him. Palencia. Over halfway done in the third. Irvin drives. How about that layup from the little man?
And Coach RB was actually telling Matias, you know, go some more that side and allow Irvin to create.
Now, Joey Liu is arguing that he was the one being fouled by Bam Bam Gamalinda. He wants a review. This was that drive by Irvin Palencia, looking like a little giant out there, much to the delight of some people here in Caloocan. There is a review ongoing for our referees. Lalo na, off the ball ng ating altercation or the entanglement between Bam Bam Gamalinda and Joey Liu.
So far, yung rebounds talaga ang nagiging difference dito. It's the additional possessions. Right now, Caloocan with a +7 attempt versus that of Rizal. And a lot of it has to do with that +13 rebounds.
How many offensively?
offensive rebounds right now is 15 for Caloocan versus that of only 7 para dito sa Rizal Golden Coolers.
Foul on number 20, Joel Liu.
Foul is on Joel Liu. As we take a look at
number 22,
our VIPs matching caps.
Oo nga, no?
Yeah. Rudy Distrito and Emer Oreta, ating head of security and head of basketball operations. Rizal has possession, sideline inbound for Coco Pingoy. A posible bounces onto Bam Bam once again. Gamalinda. Then on the shot clock, Pingoy, nice fake. Coco, nice feed. A posible was fouled.
Ganda ng feed ni Coco na yun. Ganda ng action na yun. Well, initially, you like to think Joel Liu still stays on Bam Bam Gamalinda. They couldn't milk that, and so they went the other way. Umatake si Coco with that good drop-off pass for Jana Pasible.
Do we have a challenge again? Yes, we do. Marian Magat did oppose that call immediately. So let's see if Coach Alex and company are actually right. All right, so that gives us time to greet somebody very special. Bigay ko na sa'yo, Coach Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, happy 71st birthday to the best mom, Ma'am Oma Guhiting from your very cute son, Kiko Guhiting. He specifically says to say cute. So,
who's Kiko?
Kiko is an office mate of mine. Happens to be living very near our place also.
Oh,
yeah.
Is he also an engineer?
No. I guess more on the accounting side.
Okay. Mahirap pa rin. All right, so this is the official challenge by Batang Kankalu on that recent foul by Marian Magat. Caloocan is looking for win number 13 against 8 losses in their campaign. Rizal has a record of 13 and 11 on the other end. Although Rizal has played 4 more games compared to Caloocan. The Golden Coolers only have Marikina, Imos, and Nueva Ecija left on their schedule. There you see our commissioner, Kenneth Duremdes. While for Caloocan, it's Imos, Sarangani, QC, Negros, Bulacan, Muntinlupa, and San Juan. But that's actually a manageable schedule.
That's right.
Only one team with a winning record in the San Juan Knights.
Yeah, and San Juan's the only one that's with a winning record. Tama ka dun. And that's the last game, in San Juan?
Yes, at home here.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
It is a foul
Call on the floor
on Marian Magat.
See that again.
Might have caught the hand.
Yeah, might have caught the hand.
So, Jana Posible will now be shooting free throws. He's a part of our player matchup for tonight against Gabby Espinas. Posible currently has 7 points and 4 rebounds.
But in as much as, they're trailing by 7 points, Rizal is actually keeping themselves within striking distance. You just got to get over that hump of getting good flow offensively. And that has to start on the defensive end of the floor.
The usual test for Rizal is the fourth quarter.
Correct.
I always wonder if they would be able to stay consistent with their high level of play, especially against the deep teams that we have in our season. But as we have been talking about, the discipline has always been there for these Golden Coolers. As Joel Liu makes a three-pointer.
Oh, wow.
He has 11.
What a game by Joel Liu, huh?
All right. I want to get the tally among all the former Bacolod players. That's a miss by Gamalinda. Cabanag chases the ball, though he stepped out of bounds. So, in terms of the former Bacolod players, Viloria is still scoreless. Alday has 8. Liu has 11, as you mentioned, and Cabanag has 14. As this three-pointer is brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. So basically, the Caloocan guards are playing better than the Rizal guards.
Yeah.
As Rocky Asidre makes a three-pointer.
And Joel Leo is roughly about a 36% three-point shooter, so pretty decent from there, no?
Mataas yun, actually.
Taas yun. Oo.
For a guy like him. Orlan Momar is shooting at a 37% clip.
That's right.
Now, off of that previous out-of-bounds sequence, it seemed like Rizal wanted a challenge, but we play on. Here's Ronnie Matias. Back to Irvin Palencia. Screen by Ronnie. Palencia driving, turning around. Oh, he could have shot that ball. There's a takedown in the interior. A call on Jeric Serrano.
And so far, napakarami ng action sa ilalim na yung ball si Marion Magat, ano? But he's just shrugging it off.
Gabby Espinas will now check in.
Yan pakaramdam ko mabigat na kombinasyon sa ilalim eh. Yung yang si Ronnie Matias as well as Gabby Espinas.
Kumbaga, mahihiya ka na rin sa kanila.
Oo. Mabigat eh.
Palencia trying to dance with Coco Pingoy. Now it's Jeremy Cabanag. 3 on the shot clock. Cabanag attacking. Cabanag with a layup. No good. Rebound to Pingoy. And there's the help. Serrano forward to Bam Bam.
Oh.
It's a walk.
Yun talaga yung pagkakataon nilang umiscore, eh, no? Yung fast-paced, push the ball ahead without those big setups sa ilalim.
But it really takes a lot of discipline for you to pull off that jab off of your receive.
Correct. Very tempting, eh, no?
Oo. Kailangan nakaplant talaga yung ano mo.
Tsaka kahit gaano ka, even si LJ kanina, di ba?
Right.
Natawagan din.
It's still called the pivot foot, right?
Right.
$50-44. As much as we mentioned that the first half looked quite slow and it benefited Caloocan, it has been quite consistent.
Correct. Correct.
And look who's up in the game.
Right.
Caloocan.
The fewer the possessions, I think the better for them. Eh. Parang ganun. Hindi masyadong pagod ng up and down. Eh, di ba?
Again, their usual pace is up to 72 points per game. This is actually even lower. Targeted or projected outcome in terms of points for these two teams.
Yeah, and they get roughly about 67 possessions per game, attempts.
Gabby Espinas at the line. Espinas had 14 points versus Pasay. The first time that he reached double figures in 2.5 months. He's only reached double figures 4 times this season. Rocky Asidre unable to score. That guy played well in the previous game.
And I guess he's expected to be doing that night in, night out, especially short-handed without Marco.
Rocky has 6 points so far. He had 12 versus Iloilo. Espinas turns around. Espinas staying through this feet work. Unfortunately, he did travel.
Tsaka kailangan matandaan natin na si Rocky and Bam Gamalinda came in to replace Casino and Kita Govida, right?
Yes.
Jay Gob is in there. This is going to be interesting.
J-Boy Gob played well versus Quezon Province.
Right. He's been shooting really good from the outside too.
51-44 off of the turnover. We're back with Irvin Palencia. Joel Lee was ready to shoot from the corner.
Oo nga.
Jeric Serrano is trying to deny Gabby Espinas. And now, Gabby had some words onto Serrano.
And I love our female referee to be in there and trying to stop that activity between those two bigs.
That female referee is an OG here in the MPBL. Referee Carol Guay. Tapang talaga yan. And that's their job, after all.
Right.
They get in the middle of our players to keep the peace. As much as our peacemaker is now on his feet. Uli Distrito.
Foul between number 26, Derek Serrano, is second, and number 27,
Double
Gabriel
foul.
Silas, his first foul.
Tsaka ano talaga ang Caloocan, because of them having bigs inside, ganun talaga nagkakaroon ng physicality inside. May mga veteranong sanay sa hampasan, bungguan, sa ilalim.
Ayun.
Yun. Yun
A lot of happenings.
Oo.
And then, as Joey Liu finally got the ball, doon naman pumito ang ating referee. This is Real Cervantes. Step in 3, short.
Malamig.
Malamig pa.
Malamig.
As per his gesture.
Bakit pa tayong sa taas yun? Malamig.
Yeah, Caloocan does have a very interesting electric fan.
Sa likod. No?
That when you turn it on,
It's cold.
it's cold. Ang laki ng diferensya. De La Cruz onto Serrano. Hand off to Viloria. Craniel hasn't scored and he only has 1 board and 2 dimes. De La Cruz attacking and feeding. That's a steal for Cervantes.
Masyadong tight yung pasa na yun.
Under a minute to go in the third. Scoring in this quarter is 15-11 in favor of the home team. Espina's turnaround shot.
Suabe. Reminiscent of those jumpers ni KG, ano?
Oo nga.
Soft touch from the outside.
That's the first field goal of Gabby Espinas in this game in 10 minutes of play. Viloria losing his defender. Still no bucket though for him. Ball out of bounds in favor of Caloocan.
This is a struggle game for Craniel. He's all out of 5 from the field.
And usually, when he struggles in scoring, binabawi niya sa ibang categories.
Right.
But again, as I mentioned, he has 2 boards and 2 assists, 0 steals and 0 blocks.
So sa rebounds and the assists lang talaga bumabawi itong si Craniel right now. And to your point, sa ibang department, normally, he tries to make it up.
7 and 6 ang averages niya sa
Right.
rebounds and assists. 7 seconds. Cervantes almost lost it. 3 seconds. Cervantes for 3. No good. Rebound Viloria. And that's going to do it for our third quarter. Caloocan still in control.
And there's one thing that Rizal's been doing good is making it difficult on the execution offensively. Itong Caloocan, maraming beses nakita natin na halos sa pababa na yung 24-shot clock.
We have our highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
And sinubukan na talagang iba-ibang ways of attacking. Irvin Palencia got involved, feeding off Magat, getting involved in si Matias. And really just inside points more in favor para dito sa Caloocan. And Rizal's got to find a way to answer back in the fourth.
They have doubled the points in the paint of Rizal, 32-16. It is 53-44 here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. That's the ending, GameX. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fans of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. There you see our VIPs, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Rudy Distrito, our head of security, and Emer Oreta, our head of basketball operations, present here in Caloocan. Also present are me, Mig Gomez, Coach Mike Perez, and Mika Besames.
So far, in third quarter, 11 points lang ang nagawa nitong Rizal, and that production has been declining since then. And a little bit na-control nila kahit papaano yung third quarter production ng Caloocan, but you cannot afford to just be changing baskets here. You gotta get a stop and convert the other way.
Romel Kalahat. Now it's Gabby Espinas. Nice seal.
Tsaka lalim ng seal kay Bam inside. Really using the rim as additional protection to that shot of Gab.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Gabby slowly but surely picking things up here in the second half. He's had more points though from the line compared to from the field.
Ganun kahirap umiscore sa field, no?
55-44. This is now the biggest lead in the game for Batangkan Caloo. Alvin Alday was fouled.
Alvin's got 8 points. Struggled din no, sa field. 37%, going 3 out of 8.
To me, it hasn't felt like the usual Rizal team.
Yeah. Agree. Wala yung flow no?
Well, we haven't seen anyone shoot from the elbow. Kung saan nandun usually si Marco Balagtas. And then, Alday has only attempted 8 shots.
8 times, right.
Traniel obviously was bothered by that fall in the first half. Can't help but feel bad for them. But, syempre sa basketball, no excuses.
Correct.
At no excuses din kay Gabby Espinas, who got fouled hard. Good sportsmanship though by Chad Alonzo.
Anspo ang senyas ng ating mga officials. Nagkamaya naman sila.
Yeah, yan naman ang meron sa mga veterano natin. Yung mga kilala mong enforcer back in the day. Yan pa yung mga mababait nowadays. There's the contest by Papa Chad. Ayun, no? Kita mo naman. Para niyang inalagaan si Gabby. Pababa.
Tsaka inalayan rin niya yung bagsak niya, feeling ko eh.
Yeah, of course. Espinas is back at the line. Again, that has been the most familiar spot for him tonight. Espinas is 4 out of 5 from the line already.
68% free throw shooter din. Si Gab.
There you go. No jinx from Coach Mike Perez. Espinas now has 7 points and 4 rebounds. I'd be happy to see him get the double-double.
Yeah.
He hasn't had one this season. Cervantes, no good. Rebound, J-Boy Gob. And here's Alvin Alday. The trailer is Pingoy. Back to Alvin.
Gob.
J-Boy pulls up. No good. Rebound, Gabby.
Normally kasi yung mga nagiging slip na gano'n ni J-Boy, nasa labas, nasa 3.
3 points, yeah. Achi Nigo onto Paul Sanga. Your best shooter from the corner.
Unchallenged. Mabigat.
And he's coming off of his season-high 14 versus the Voyagers after he was selected as an all-star in our 6th campaign. There's a foul on the floor.
Even the spacing for Rizal is not so good. Ang sikip. Subukan mag-create ni Alvin pero walang space eh. Unlike this shot here.
A lot of space.
Yes.
For Paul Sanga with a smile on his face.
Sobrang dami.
That's the 6th three-pointer of Caloocan against the 5 of the Golden Coolers. We're back with Bam Bam Gamalinda, unable to convert. (60-46). Caloocan's lead just continues to balloon, slowly but surely.
And just really slow response para dito sa Rizal.
Kalahat, no good. Ball tapped away by Cervantes. Now we have a timeout for Coach Ralph Rivera. Down by 14 with 7.5 minutes remaining.
Back at the Caloocan Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, as the Rizal team was talking about their plans for the fourth, especially on defense as they are out-rebounded. Cranial Viloria was there standing and suddenly said, "Coach Sub, he is feeling that back pain a lot." He was holding his head with frustration as he knows he is much needed here. Migs, Coach Mike.
That is very unfortunate news. You see, Cranial Viloria was a staple for that roster, the rotation of Coach Alex Angeles back in Season 4 with Bacolod City. But last year with Bacoor, when he was supposed to be one of their main guys playing the 2 and 3 position, he was bothered by that back injury. It actually sidelined him for a couple of months. At dahil doon, hindi na siya nakakuha ng pangkaraniwang minutes niya for Bacoor City. Nakatulong yun to the progress of Jan Nermal and James Kwekute. But of course, you'd feel bad for Cranial.
Right.
He has found his groove this season. We've been talking about his numbers. At some point, he was one of the best players in the league. So now let's just hope that that back would heal immediately for him.
At saka makikita mo na walang explosiveness sa movement niya in this game. Matter of fact, he hasn't made a basket yet, if I recall correctly. And,
You're correct.
Diba? So
And
hirap.
as Kalahat made a three-pointer, this is very sad because Viloria actually has reached double figures in their last 6 games.
Yes.
His averages in that stretch were 13 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals per outing.
And so without Cranial, you're losing your second best scorer. Nice. Yung 11 points na yun, mabigat yun. If you look at the score now, it could have been a little bit closer. And even see Alwin is a little bit down on his usual numbers.
Only 10 points for Alwin Alday.
Right. Wala pa si Marco.
Exactly. Rizal averages 78 points per game. Now they're on pace to around 60? As Real Cervantes scores on the other end.
They're shooting way below their normal 40% field goal percentage. Right now, they're only 34.
Now we have our play of the game brought to you by Suzuki. Real Cervantes escaping 2 defenders. Nice distraction by Gabby Espinas. I'm not sure if that was his intention, but it worked. And he will gladly take it.
Kung nagkataon mo yun, maganda pa rin.
No. Well, that's a steal. Unfortunately, it was a poor pass by Achi Inigo on the Paul Sanga. There you see the Malapitans with Congressman Eric Martinez at the sideline. Wow. So it's Val City plus Caloocan here with their presence inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. So everybody knows, we saw Mayor Along Malapitan with Congressman Oka Malapitan alongside Congressman Eric Martinez. 65-46. This is the biggest lead of Batang Kankalu. Cervantes for 3. That's good. And now the field goal story is 4 out of 6 for Caloocan in this quarter. Bingoy. Rizal still looking for their second bucket in this quarter. There you go. Jana Pasible able to score. (68-48). Under 4.5 minutes. Nice feed. Espinas, no foul, no bucket.
Sayang, ganda nung bitaw na yon.
And Espinas let it go. After all, they're up by 20. This is Alwin Alday. Catch and fire. That's a 3. He has 13.
The thing is, they're running out of time. Well, much as 4 minutes pa ito, but at the rate that they've been playing, couldn't catch a consistent flow and rhythm to their game.
That was the second three-pointer of Alwin Alday out of 5 tries. It's a 17-point outing. Here's our player matchup update. 7 points for Gabby Espinas. 6 rebounds. Only 2 shot attempts. He made more free throws compared to field goals in this game. While for Jana Pasible, hindi naman siya papatalo. 10 points, 4 boards.
Tsaka hindi madadaling 10 points yung kay Jana Pasible. Medyo he really had to exert extra effort.
4 minutes to go. Rizal is praying for a miracle here in Caloocan. Otherwise, this will be the 6th home win of Batang Caloo, and Paul Sanga is feeding it.
After that corner 3 earlier, this one felt also good for Paul.
Posible. No good.
Ganun yung mga nagiging attempt niya.
Exactly.
No?
He's had to do those types of things.
Masahe bago puntos eh.
Mas lalo pa siyang nabugbog eh. No? Nice block by Marvel Jimenez, another product of Fatima University. There's June Bonsubre, who's normally known for shot blocking. Let's see that previous play of Paul Sanga. Step in 3 against Rocky Asidre.
Nagpaganda dun yung extra jab step tapos lipat sa kaliwa eh. Left Rocky going to that side of the floor.
Ganun mag-jab step nang hindi nagka-travel.
Correct. Walang pito yun.
Here's a Pasible, back at it. John pulling up. Again, not his usual shot.
Totoo yan.
Off of a dribble. This is Rocky firing and missing. Rebound Serrano. And Jeric will score.
Somehow it feels pag tumitira sa labas ang Rizal, alam mong out of rhythm eh, no? You don't have that usual look na kayang i-finish.
But the good thing is, when I asked Marco Balagtas when he will be able to return, he said, malapit na rin naman. Sadyang hindi pa siya nakapag-practice ng buo with the Golden Coolers. Although, the window is also tight because we're closing into our playoffs.
I saw in one of the updates from Ron, who's this player from San Juan? Ron
Denison.
Denison, right? Ron Denison. Is he coming back?
I heard that he can.
Okay.
But
no official word yet.
Wala pa eh. Ako, wala pa akong naririnig. Nakabalik na si Kenneth Villapando. The other guy who had an ACL injury for them. Well, San Juan will take on Pampanga this Friday.
That one's gonna be real good.
So kung babalik man si Ron Denison by then wag
muna.
return.
Wag muna. Nood muna, nood.
Prince Casin able to score with a lefty layup. This is just about done.
Yeah.
This is now the third unit of Coach Ralph Rivera. These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX, and that basket won't count as Dennis Villamor apparently stepped out of bounds.
Caught that other foot stepping out. Biggest lead was 22 para dito sa Caloocan.
And they have outscored Rizal 37-20 in the second half.
Yeah.
But that defense has been excruciating as Dennis Villamor scores inside.
And it definitely made it tough for them to even compete inside the shaded area. Many times yung mga offensive rebounds na nakita natin, multiple shot attempts, there are +6 in attempts. And it's just tough to go up against Caloocan today, lalo na you're short-handed.
Do you have the games of Rizal with you? I want to see if this is their, the previous games of Rizal.
Oh, no, I don't.
I want to see if this is their season low. Okay, Coach Mike does have it.
That one pala.
As he usually does. Okay. This is Prince Casin turning around. Offensive rebound. Dennis Villamor wrestling inside and scoring.
O yun daw, nasa loob na. Wala na sa outside. Yan talagang pupuntos na yung basket na yun. Oh, Marvel Jimenez, we've barely heard from him in this game.
Well, in the season at that. The lowest output of Rizal this season was 59 before this game. So this should be it.
That was against
Davao.
Oh, Davao.
That was a weird game as well for them in Pangasinan. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They were not in sync on that day. Jan Salazar misfiring from 3. And so, what a defensive game for Caloocan Batangkan Caloo. And this will be their 6th win at home. Win number 13 in total. Rizal will go down to 13-12.
Yeah, and so they hit their numbers real good. And this, again, to your point, very defensive-oriented itong game na to. Couldn't get anything on the side of Rizal. You could make a case na short-handed, pero you cannot take away the effort of Caloocan as well to try and make it difficult for Rizal.
Caloocan with a couple of wins in their next games could overtake Rizal in the team standings. And if they do, then they would be matched up against San Juan, against Pampanga. Although, depende rin talaga kung ano mangyayari sa dalawang team na yun this coming Friday.
Actually, 7-10, pinaglalabanan pa talaga yan.
Alright, our best player of the game is brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Jennifer Cabanag had himself a nice scoring game at 14, but it was Joel Liu performing on both ends.
Yep. And Joel Liu, more or less, yung disruptiveness niya defensively, yun rin na nagbigay sa kanya nitong best player of the game.
This final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending the GameX in the game where we built up Alvin Alday and Jennifer Cabanag. Guess who's on top? And who's going to be interviewed by Mika Besames? Joel Liu. Mika, go ahead.
Maraming salamat, Tama Kamigs. Kasama ko ngayon ang Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game. Ang inyong napili, walang iba kundi si Joel Liu. Joel, napag-usapan dito sa coverage na to yung improvement mo. At sabi mo nga sa akin kanina, consistent na ako ha. Lalong-lalo na sa lahat ng quarters dito sa game na to. At syempre yung defense mo, you ended with 11 points sa larong ito.
Wala. Yung talagang number 1 naman is yung defense. Tapos yung offense, talagang wini-workout ko everyday, like super hard talaga. Tapos sila coach lang nagtitiwala sa akin na kung libre ako, tira lang talaga, pumapasok.
Napag-usapan mo sila coach, napansin din sa larong ito yung collective effort. Halos lahat kayo naglalabas ng laro nyo, getting ready for the playoffs. Kahit si Dennis Villamor gumawa ng dulo. Anong masasabi mo sa preparation niya?
Wala, sa practice pa lang talaga, pukpukan na talaga, tapos yung walang nagbibigayan. Tapos ngayon, nag-result lang talaga yung yung collective effort namin today.
Maraming salamat, Joel. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binigay niyang panalo sa amin. Sa family ko sa Cebu, yung Liu family, yung Kambonga family, tapos yung girlfriend ko na nasa UK, si Alex. Tapos yung nasa bahay, si Pugoy, si Ate Love, si Luby, si Janelle, si Bro Alan, tapos si Ate. Tapos kay Congressman Oka Malapitan, Mayor Along Malapitan, si Enteng Malapitan, Boss Felix, Boss Dennis, Venom Sportswear, Yanyan Coolers, Pukari Sweat, Stay Cool, High Top LPG, Boss Dennis Abella sa walang sawang suporta sa Caloocan, Pastor Ferdinand Tabaco, Pastor Titus Sazon sa Spiritual Guidance, and inaalay ko tong laro na to para kay Aaron pati kay Josh.
Maraming salamat. Our Daily Fantasy best player of this game is Joel Liu sa Daily Fantasy. Hawak mo ang laro. Migs and Coach Mike.
Congratulations, Joel Liu. Congratulations, Caloocan. Batang Kangalu move up to 13 wins and 8 losses. Tomorrow, we'll see you guys inside the Alonte Sports Arena for Parañaque versus Negros, Batangas versus Nueva Ecija, and then Piñan Tatakjel defending their home court as they do have a 4-game winning streak against the Davao Occidental Tigers, who have been struggling lately. Let's see if they can bounce back tomorrow on the road. We do thank you for joining us in our 3 games for today. For Mika Abisamis and Coach Mike Perez, my name is Mix Gomez. At ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.